Makeup can be really fun. You can experiment with different colors, you can experiment with different glitters and sheens, you can experiment with different trends you maybe want to try. But in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you my 8 tips for how to keep your makeup looking really classy. Having a beautiful, classy makeup look is a really good thing to have in your back pocket because it can serve you in so many different ways. You can wear this kind of makeup when you're going to a job interview, maybe you're going to meetings or doing presentations at work. It's classy, so it looks professional and clean, but you could also wear it for a first date because it looks beautiful and elegant. If you're new, I'm Karina. Welcome to my channel. I do focus all of my makeup looks on clean, simple, natural, wearable. So if you are into that kind of makeup, then consider subscribing. Let's get into the video. Tip number 1, and this one kind of applies as an overall tip, and that is that less is more. So when you're going for a classy or elegant look, the last thing you want to do is pile on a bunch of foundation. Even if you do pick something a little bit more full coverage, then just make sure you're applying it in very sheer or thin layers. I personally like to go for tinted moisturizers or CC creams. This IT Cosmetics CC cream actually is a little bit more full coverage, and I'm wearing it right now, but I just dab small amounts over my face, and then I really blend it out with my sponge into a sheer layer so that it's a very, very thin and well blended layer out on my face. You can build up the coverage from there, but just remember to do it like layer by layer, small amounts at a time, and that's just going to give you the most natural finish and you won't get anything cakey. Tip number 2 is to just choose shades that are as natural or as close to your own color features as possible. So instead of picking a blush that is like a cute berry color or a cute peach color, I'm probably going to opt for something more like this, which is just like a blush rose tone. It's just a more natural color. This is the one I use today, and it's just kind of like a natural flush on my cheek. This applies to your foundation and your lipstick as well, just getting the color match as close to your normal color as you can. You can never go wrong by doing that. It'll always look classy and chic. You can do nudes on the lips and things like that, but just making sure that you're not going too nude so that you still have a little bit of color to your lips. Tip number 3 is to just choose neutral colors for your eyes. So instead of picking a colorful eyeshadow, save that maybe for another look, but for this look, to keep your makeup really classy, just choose browns, beiges, nudes, things that will just kind of define your eye a little bit without adding too much attention to the makeup itself. That rule actually applies to lips as well. So if you want to wear a lipstick that isn't exactly your true lip color, then just keep it to a neutral lip color. So pink nudes or kind of browny pinks, things like that are just a little bit more on the neutral side of things, and you can't really go wrong. My 4th tip for you is to really spend time on your blending. So I'm talking about every single step. When you put your foundation on, really blend it out so that it's all over your skin, it's pushed into your skin, you've brought it down from the jawline into the neck, everything is seamless. Same with your blush, really make sure the edges are seamless, especially on the eyeshadow. Even if you are picking a neutral color like a brown, it's important to go back in with your like a clean brush. By just doing that one extra step, it's really going to make your makeup look clean, and of course that kind of translates into a classy look. Part of that is just investing in some tools that will really help you do that. You don't need a lot of brushes, you don't need fancy brushes. You just need a few brushes in your collection that can really help you blend out your products nicely. I think it's really helpful to have a beauty sponge. You don't have to get the beauty blender. There's a lot of cheaper sponges on the market. Tip number 5 is just kind of a quick tip I threw in there, and it has to do with winged eyeliner. So you can either choose to wear a wing or not, but I think that if you are gonna wear a wing, then just make sure that you keep it to a really thin wing or a really short or small wing. Nothing crazy, nothing like thick, black, or huge, just because I think that's going to be like more drama or more dramatic makeup look, which isn't really what we're going for today. If you're not good at doing wing liner and you can't get that sharp edge, I would say just skip the wing altogether. Tip number 6 has to do with lashes. If you want to keep your makeup looking really classy and clean, then you need to stick to using lashes that are really natural looking. So that means don't use lashes at all, just use mascara and have your own natural lashes. That will always look really nice. Or if you do want to add lashes to your look, I suggest using individual lashes because they are by far the most natural looking way you can enhance your own lashes. Not everyone has practice using individuals though, so if you do just want to use a strip lash, then again, just keep it to a really, really natural lash. Like these lashes that I just bought, they are the Patrick Ta House of Lashes collab from Sephora, and they're just like a very natural thin band, very fluffy, just nothing too thick or heavy, just because that's gonna, again, add a lot of drama when we're trying to keep things kind of more clean and simple. My tip number 7 for you is when in doubt, keep it matte. So if you're not sure if something is gonna be too sparkly or too glittery, just leave it out. To get a really classy looking makeup, you don't want a lot of shine and sheen all over your face. I think that you can never go wrong with a full matte look. Whereas if you choose a highlighter that is way too shiny or way too stroby or it has glitter in it, then that's when your makeup isn't gonna look as classy. It's gonna be maybe just more of a statement look, which of course is super fun, and I love doing makeup looks like that too. But just because we're talking about classy makeup, then I suggest choosing highlighters that are very, very subtle so that you maybe have like a soft glow to your look, but it doesn't look like you're wearing a highlight. For example, something like the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder is just as natural as a sheen as you can get it. And I think that that is the best choice when you want to do a classy makeup look. And my last tip for you, tip number 8, is that if you want to wear a red lip, keep it very, very clean. So I think a red lip is very classy. It'll suit this makeup very, very well. But if you're gonna wear it, then I think it's really important to use a lip liner just so that you can really keep the edges crisp and clean. If you just throw a red lip on from the bullet and you don't have clean edges and you've got like a little bit of blur or smudges around the edges, or maybe your the corners of your mouth, the lip color isn't connected, it just can look a little bit messy and not as classy. So that is it, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. If you got any value out of that video, if you found it helpful at all, consider subscribing and join me for more videos like this. I'll see you in my next one.